Hi, I'm Geordie Cernick and I come from the UK. I'm a 1 in a million person as I suffer from a rare condition called cushings. I also have sarcoidosis to go on top of that, so 2 rare diseases in one lifetime is not bad going, I suppose. Cushings, well, it's to do with the pituitary and also the adrenal glands. They basically cause too much steroids going around your body and it makes you centrally obese and also gives you moon face. You're probably thinking that I don't really look like that. Well, I did used to. At one time, I looked like this. And I also looked like this. Not very good, is it? To give you a little kind of insert, I'm even going to show you my body at the time. So there you can go, as you can see. This gradually happened over a 10-year period. 5 years ago now, once I started feeling really ill, getting sweaty. My blood pressure was up all the time. I was getting back pains. Basically, not very good condition. I was also 16.5 stone at the time. I went to the doctors, who of course was an old-fashioned doctor, and he kept telling me I was overweight, I should go and diet, I should take this, I should take that, I should do this, I should do that, and none of it ever worked. So one day I decided I was going to go back to the doctors and basically sit there till they did something about it. And when I got there, it was a kind lady had took over because the doctor was ill. Bit of a pun there, but he was. Basically, she had a look at me, did a few tests, sent my bloods off and said somebody be in touch. And after that, a doctor from South Tyneside General Hospital got in touch, called Dr. Wahid, who was the head of nearly everything, all the brainy stuff and all that kind of area, and told me could I go in and see him because he kind of thought I had a symptom of a thing called cushings. I looked it up and found out that it was tumours on the brain, and of course you start thinking cancer straight away. Luckily he told me a lot more about it and he showed me a diagram of this. This is a picture, basically, it wasn't the exact one he showed me, but it shows you that you go obese, you get moon face, and of course it's all to do with the amount of stuff going through your body from your adrenals and of course your pituitary. He explained that I would need an operation and hopefully that would cure it. So I went in for a brain op. The brain op didn't go very well as I bled too much, so they came out again. They did a try again, they went in, they decided, oh, they had found a little thing, came back out, but of course nothing happened. On this stage they said, oh right, we're going to have to take drastic measures. So they decided they would do 2 keyhole surgeries into both sides and take the adrenals off my kidneys. And they went in there, took them off. Things started to look okay because I started losing a little bit of weight, and then all of a sudden it came straight back again. They examined me and they found out that it was very unfortunate, but the operation, the doctor who did it unfortunately left a little bit in and it started to regrow again, so it had started up again. At this stage I was pretty sick, as you can tell. I was sick of going into hospital, having blood tests and all this. I was also quite a little bit of a celebrity because it's a rare disease now. Every doctor wanted to see us. I was doing medical examinations for students. Then it was decided I had a choice. I could have a full open adrenal. That means they were going to cut the whole of the side open, rip out, well not rip out, remove one of my ribs, go through all the gunk and slice off the grown bit that had grown back. I was told it was a very painful operation and something to consider. I was also told that my nose and ear throat specialist who was doing the brain surgery, he thought he had a good way of getting in there. He had planned it all and he could go in there. I had already had that twice and I knew it wasn't that bad of an operation. It does sound horrible. Straight up the back of the nose, drill through, go into there. It had already been drilled and all that, so basically go in, sort it out. I thought, well, that's the better option. I took that. Everything seemed to go well. I was in on the Tuesday, operation on the Wednesday, recovered on the Thursday, out on the Friday. By the Monday, I was ill, up in bed, wrapped up, sweating, screaming, nearly crying my eyes out with this pain in my head. My nose had been running all weekend, didn't know what it was, very scared. got rushed back into hospital to find out that unfortunately when they did the operation they had burst and not really fixed my brain sac. So I had something called a CF leak. That's all the brain fluid coming out through my nose and my ears. It's come out very slowly. They thought that was fine. We could repair that. They weren't in a major hurry for that. I also had a little bit of a cough. They gave me some painkillers and I went to sleep for a couple of hours. Well, I thought it was a couple of hours. When I woke up, it was nearly the middle of the night. I could not feel it in my chest. I couldn't breathe, anything like this. There was lots of doctors around me. It was all panic stations. And they found out that I had pneumonia. They did think it was swine flu at the time, so masks on everywhere and all this. There came a bit of a problem. To make me feel better with pneumonia, you need to get pure oxygen on, by using a mask. I couldn't have that because I had this hole in my brain, so if I breathed, the air would get into my brain and I would die. So after a lot of consideration, they did an emergency operation on me and then put me on an air tube and then put me on life support for a week. So after coming off life support, I found out, one, I had been keep waking up with the tubes down my throat during the week and panicking and seeing very strange visions because I was on such high dosages. So when I woke up from life support, I found out that not only that I'd suffered a full week of keep waking up with these tubes down my throat and panicking attacks and all that kind of stuff, I had also got meningitis. So I spent another week with drips in me and all that kind of stuff. I got out of the hospital and was told that it was a failure. The operation didn't work and basically I'd gone through all that for nothing. A couple of months later, I had full open adrenal surgery. They cut the whole of the side of my body open. They took out a rib and they removed the growth. During that, they also punctured my lung. So I woke up with tubes coming out of me to drain the lung, mask on for oxygen, and I was also paralysed because the guy who knocked me out, the anaesthetist, I hope I said that right, decided he would do put this tube in my back and knock me out that way because apparently it would do well. It's what the ladies have when they're pregnant. I'm not quite sure the name. But he gave us too much, so I was paralysed for 2 days, so panic stations there. 4.5 years on now, I'm just sick of it all, I have to admit. Had enough. Fair enough, I have lost weight, yes, since it happened, a year ago now. I've lost 3.5 stone. Brilliant. I feel better myself, I can wear clothes, I look good. The problem is I suffer from mood swings quite badly because of the tablets I'm on, because I've got no adrenals now, so I don't produce any steroids at all, so I don't produce any adrenaline, and energy is a big hard thing, so I'm on tablets just to keep me alive now. I also suffer from pains in my back all the time, in my arms. I feel like I'm getting arthritis, my fingers swell, I can't stand up for longer than an hour. Sharp tempers. Like I say, I can take stuff to heart. My moods just change like that. Pretty much rotten, to tell you the truth. I've still got more operations to go. Bit of plastic surgery to put my body right because I've got that much fat left on my chest and around my stomach that I can't remove it. And of course, also I've got a hole in my nose that they want to fix from the operations. And it just seems never ending. I believe it stopped a big part of my career when I was starting to get up there, when I was working around GMTV and all that. Because of the size of me and my look and the sweating and all that, I don't think I was hired. And I think that stopped me from getting, let's say, on telly and being something I always wanted to be. I'm now struggling to get back up there. I kind of think that maybe, was it worth it, going through all of this just to get to this, to be feeling ill all the time? At least back then I just had just sweaty and fat. That's all. Well, that's all I've complained of. Now I'm in pain all the time. I wonder how many more people out there actually have this, and maybe it is, they say it's rare, but to me, maybe doctors just miss it all the time, so it's never classed, it's never picked up. So maybe you could find out a bit more about it. So maybe that helps a little bit more people that it does work, but maybe you can have a little bit of pain afterwards. So I thank you for listening. Goodbye.